Welcome to the Pluto Lounge, where we just chill.
Is this some sort of old elven library?
It definitely saw a massive magical backlash some time ago.
Let's hope we can track down the Vidasala in all this.
Vir Dithara, exile of the Forbidden Ones, for abandoning the people in their time of the greatest need, for casting aside form to flee to whether the earth could not reach, we declare Zingbenkek and others of her ilk exiled from lands of the Eveneris beware. Their familiarity with shape allows them to travel paths unaided. They may be bound, but only the protection of your gods will fully shield you from their malice. They are forbidden from the earth, that is our right. Homecoming, the scene hums with quiet talk and contentment as the Memories Maker reaches the city gates already thrown open wide. Damn, this is crazy.
The Fade. Not good. I would rather be anywhere else. But you're here. You're here. Eat it, Fade. She makes it fine.
Calm yourself, little Sarah. It is, after all, not technically the Fade.
You...
Andaran Atishan, Methadra Elven.
Andaran... Why is it talking to me? Don't talk to me. You make me dizzy.
If you wish, honored Elven, I will speak so your guests understand. I am study. I am a learning thirst. Come, know what has not been lost. New words, new stories. The Kunari would not approach, but we learned their words as well. If you wish to exchange knowledge, they congregate by the lower gate.
What did the old elves use this place for?
This is the Vir Dithara, the living knowledge of the Empire. The libraries of every city, the wisdom of every court. A connecting place whose paths are in disarray.
What put this place into disarray?
The Vir Dithara was made with world and fade. When they sundered, so did we. Paths broke, knowledge fragmented, many were trapped. I preserved their last words.
What were these old elves' last words?
What happened? Where are the paths? Where are the paths? God save me, the floor is gone. Do not let me fall. Do not let me... On this spot, that is all.
I'm looking for a Kunari named Vidasala. Do you know what she wants here?
Vidasala, yes. She uses scholars and mages for study. They fear this place, but they seek to know the Veil.
What does Vidasala want to know about the Veil?
I regret I do not have more information. I am sundered from myself. If you discover another one of me nearer the Kunari, I may know more. Kindly give it my greetings. I have not thought with myself for some time.
There must be thousands of years of history here. There must be so much you can teach us.
I will try to recall, honored patron, but there are gaps, breaks. Greetings, laughter, Ema Enasal, forms out of air, light, memories. And yet there are so many broken paths at every... Missing. I cannot. There is no more. Apologies. I knew all once. We knew. With the break, only fragments or knowledge new since the fall.
We'll be going now.
Know this. An unknown person, not of the Kunari, recently woke the librarians.
An unknown person. Could this be our agent of Fen'Harel?
The librarians facilitated learning before the fracture, before the fall. Now, beware them. They are unwell.
All right.
There, Kunari. On that upside-down island.
How are they not chucking their guts just constantly?
Ha! That repaired some steps. Let's look around for more. The inverted alluvion must lead to the Kunari.
Damn, this place is trippy.
Interesting. The anchor is reacting adversely to elven magic.
What does that mean?
I haven't the slightest, my dear. Keep an eye on it.
The unchanging world is delicate. Spells of power invite disaster and annihilation. The unchanging world is stubborn. The pull of the earth fiercely resists, making fire run like water or stone rise like mist. The unchanging world rings with its own harmony. Listen with fearless hearts, and great works will unfold. Duel of 100 Years. Mythal, in her wisdom, interceded in an argument between Elgar'nan and Fallen Din. With clever words, she convinced them to settle their grievances through a battle of their champions. Elgar'nan and Fallen Din agreed and set their champions against each other rather than declare war among the gods. May those nights long be remembered and Mythal's wisdom praised. How do we remember the knights if you didn't even bother to list their names? Come on now. Okay.
These Kunari are dead, but there's not a mark on them.
Welcome, welcome. Listen to the last words of those who lived past the fall. How could the dread wolf cast a veil between the world that wakes and the world that dreams? The Evenuris will send people. They will save us. When have you last heard from the gods? When the veil came down, they went silent. What is this veil? What has Fen'Harel done?
Are these records saying Fen'Harel created the veil between our world and the Fade?
That can't be true. Veil's always been there. No one made it.
If it's true, that means the Fade and the waking world were once one and the same.
That is very interesting. It's totally like Avatar, Legend of Korra, Season 2.
Look at all of this. What a pity.
The destruction of the library. It's a tragic waste.
Actually, I meant the elves. To build an entire empire on the foundation of magic.
So did the Imperium. Although we haven't reached the entire libraries in the Fade stage yet.
The elves trusted completely that the world as it was would never change. This rubble is the legacy of that trust. I know you want to save the Imperium, but be careful, Dorian darling. If it crumbles beneath you, be ready to jump.
I always am.
Guys, doesn't this look like someone that we know? Research notes. These loose pages are scattered about, as if abandoned in a great hurry. Algebraic-looking formulae crawl across the pages, spiked with dense annotations and cumlats.
This looks like technical notes. What did the Kunari come here to learn?
The theorems are familiar. The Kunari are wrestling with abstracted magical theory.
The treachery of the wolf. Beware the forms of Fen'Harel. The dread wolf comes in humble guises, a wanderer who knows much of the people and their spirits. He will offer advice that seems fair, but turns slowly to poison. Remember the price of treason, and keep in your hearts the mercy of your gods. Okay, this sounds a lot like someone we know, right?
These blocks are heading toward that upside-down meridian. It's a place of learning. Maybe this Vir Dathara is helping us find what we need.
Damn, that dude's got hops. Get out of my way, people. It's tanky. Discharging the anchor now deals damage to nearby enemies.
The pain stopped.
It's worse, right? You need to not get worse, please.
Welcome, and listen to the last words of those who walked this place. If we get out of here, I will end Fen'Haral. After he held back the sky to imprison the gods, the dread wolf disappeared. Lies. We must tear down the veil, the cities, the pathways. Without magic, they're crumbling. You're wasting your time. Fen'Haral's veil has turned our empire to ruins.
So, the ancient Elven Empire collapsed because the veil weakened magic.
Do you realize what this means? What this place is? The actual history of the elves could change everything.
An empire run on more magic than we have ever seen. Perhaps it's best its little secrets remain lost.
Damn, Viv. Still hate magic. Or fear it.
Look at this place. Now that we have so many samples, how hard would it be to build Illuviens of our own?
Dorian, how about you not be so Tevinter about the ancient bullshit?
After these past few years, it would just be good to create something magical that is also helpful for a change.
Or make a fruitless chase for Tevinter's lost glory.
Come now, we could visit each other on a whim. Think how much fun life would be if I were always a step away.
My dear Lord Parvus, the mind practically reels.
If they're gonna stuff me into politics, I've got to have some fun on the side.
Fair enough. The deepest fade. Epiphany requires a mind smooth as mirror glass, still as stone. Put aside 10 years for practice and the next 100 for searching. What other have learned will ease your journey. Those who never manifested outside the fade will find it easier to find its stillest roots, but it's rare that compulsion overtakes our breathing of the air.
That should be enough stairs. Let's see if we can reach the inverted Illuvian now.
Oh, what the
There, the
hell?
light red.
Shit!
Siram Viramat, Chivera Melaba. Ilas Denar.
Survivor of the Breach, Herald of Change, Hero of the South.
The Vidasala, I presume.
Wow.
After fulfilling your purpose at the Breach, it is astonishing to hear you still walked free among your people. Your duty is done, Inquisitor. It is time to end your magic.
It's not too late to put our weapons down and talk.
There's no need to pretend that you're blind to what you've begun. I am no stranger to catastrophe. But this chaos in the south defies comprehension. The Qun left your people to curb your own magic. You've amply proven we should have stepped in long ago.
Is that what Dragon's Breath is for? Murdering our heads of state just to control our magic?
Do you believe closing the breach solved everything? That its consequences stopped there? The day we saw the breach, the Qun decided its action. We would remove your leaders and spare those who toil. This agent of Fen'Harel has disrupted everything. Lives that were to be spared, lost for him.
Who is this agent? Why do you think they work for the Inquisition?
Kill the Inquisitor, then follow me to the Darvarad.
Okay. Alright, let's kill the big dude. Let's kill these guys. They're wreaking havoc. Wow, they are freaking tanky. Oh my gosh. Why am I not doing any freaking damage? Where are you jumping to?
Visitors, patrons, welcome. The halls are open.
Can you tell me where a Qunari called Vidasala went?
Yes, we heard much, although she fooled herself into thinking we could not hear. Take a keystone to the Darvarad. I will join you there soon and take stock of our remaining Gatlock powder. If it is something you would like to see, I sense a key nearby. I have words to open it.
The risk of Cerebas. Those born outside the Qun will not comprehend the seriousness of using mages to help us. They believe the worst that can befall a mage is demon possession. They do not truly understand that the loss of mastery comes with the loss of the self. Those of the Qun since birth do not understand why we risk using Cerebas. We have immersed them in the sea of magic until it seems impossible that they could ever do anything but drown. It is right that we enlighten you so your purpose here is clear. We have learned from this place that there lived an elven mage who saw a great wrong and sacrificed all to right it. This mage made the veil, which protects us from the Fade. This veil stripped power from his rulers, who had treated their people with such excess that it makes the southern kings and queens seem staid. Thus does every action carry rightness and all paths converge. In his greatest magic, the elven mage became an agent of peace through the veil. In our willingness to brave this place, we may discover how the veil can be strengthened through our own mages. For that, we risk our lives. The Cerebas who have joined in this endeavor understand the dangers and have made their choice. Remember the words of Ashikari Kaslin. Existence is a choice. There is no chaos in the world, only complexity. Knowledge of the complex is wisdom. From wisdom of the world comes wisdom of the self. Mastery of the self is mastery of the world. Loss of self is source of suffering. Suffering is a choice and we can refuse it. It is in our own power to create the world or destroy it. For peace, we will endure any horror. Here, we will create a safer world or destroy the old one. Damn, that was pretty poetic.
Sala's papers. She brought mages here to research strengthening the veil. It explains why the Qunari thought it was worth camping here.
Your agents confirm there are Gatlock battles in Denerin's palace?
Yes, and in Val Royeaux and across the Free Marches. The Winter Palace is not the only target.
The Qunari are one order from destroying every noble house in the known world.
There is a bright side. Warning the ambassadors will remind them of the Inquisition's value.
Not when the Inquisition is responsible for that threat.
This is our fault.
Fault? No. But our responsibility.
How did it happen?
The elven servant handling the barrels confessed to working for the Qunari.
But the servant was Orlesian. That implicates Orlais, not us.
But the barrels arrived at the Winter Palace on the Inquisition supply manifest.
How are we supposed to fight a war when we can't even trust our own people?
Do you know who got the barrels onto the Inquisition manifest?
Yes, several of the Inquisition's elven workers have gone missing. I had their backgrounds checked. They joined the Inquisition after fleeing the chaos in Kirkwall.
I remember when Kirkwall was at its worst. Many of the city's elves converted to the Qun, trying to find a better life.
And the Qunari turned them into spies.
A few years ago, we railed at the Templars for becoming corrupt. We did the same to the Grey Wardens. Look at us now.
I fought to protect the Inquisition in this exalted council. And for what? So we could deceive and threaten those we claimed to protect?
Once we locate the spies...
This isn't about the spies. You hid the Qunari body. You all but seized control of the Winter Palace.
We did what was right, not what was politically convenient.
Do you know what this has cost us with Orlais and Ferelden? They are planning to dismantle us as we speak. And perhaps they are right.
So, it's been getting worse. I don't know why. I don't know how to stop it. I don't know how much time I've got left. What I do know is that the Qunari need to be stopped. So I need to get to the Davarad while I can still fight.
Thank you, Inquisitor.
Would you like us to inform the Exalted Council of the danger?
Yes. If we fail, the Exalted Council needs to know what happened.
I will inform them personally.
Leliana, I can...
No, your job is hard enough already. This is my responsibility.
I'll have guards ready at the Alluvion, in case the Qunari attack the palace.
Make her watch over you.
It's completely submerged.
We do get dramatic results, don't we?
Let's see where that leads. The Davarad. All right, everyone, get ready. So this is the Davarad.
Look at this. It's an Alluvian graveyard.
Where did the Qunari get all these? How long have they been studying Alluvians? The sooner we stop this invasion plan, the better.
Damn. Yeah, this is... The Qunari are no joke. Damn it.
Here they come!
Red Lyrium. Do the Kunari have any idea what they're dealing with?
Of course. But they're special and careful, and nothing bad will happen.
Man, this mural is awesome. Sent to the palace again, moving things along. Bashims never notice who comes or goes. When the dragon's breath comes, they won't know what hit them.
Dragon's breath is an actual dragon?
Tethar! Vaz!
Inquisition! Nira Tasiasara! Niraba Sadim Kata! You have come far enough, Inquisitor. No more.
Alright. Using a book as a shutter pad. That is pretty interesting. Oh shoot, let me kill the big guy. Damn, that didn't kill him. Right. Wait, optional. Free the dragon instead?
If this creature is as vital to the Canary operation as it looks, we should destroy it at once, my dear.
They pulled so much life or something out of her. That's not... Ugh, have they ruined fighting a dragon?
Turn the rings. Those barriers are holding the dragon.
Alright, let's turn the rings. Oh my gosh, we're about to kill it.
Oh, this will be legend!
Hashara! Dear Inquisitor, you have such little time left. You must finally see the truth. Elven magic already tore the sky apart. If the agents of Fen'Harel are not stopped, you will shatter the world as well.
The Inquisition has nothing to do with these agents.
Come, Inquisitor. I am the eyes and ears of the Canary people. Do you think you can deceive me? You would have died from the mark on your hand, but for the help of one of their chief agents. The same agent who helped seal the breach, who led you to Skyhold, who gave Corypheus the orb, then founded the Inquisition. Solus, agent of Fen'Harel.
That's stupid. It is, right? I mean... Wait. Oh, piss.
Whatever Solus is involved in, I am nobody's puppet.
Even now, you refuse to see the strings. Solus tricked us all. He pushed a dying Canary into the Winter Palace to lure you into opposing us. Without him, we could have brought the South peace and wisdom along the gentle path. Now we must take the way of blades. Panahaden, Inquisitor. If it is any consolation, Solus will not outlive you.
Whatever else, Solus was one of us. I won't leave him for Vidasala.
Gosh. Ah, beautiful. BioWare environment team.
There, on them.
Best in the business.
It's going to... Everyone back!
That can't be healthy. Perhaps Solus can help.
Hated is too smart for you, Pity, before the whole Agent of Fenny business. He better help. We're owed.
You know, there's a simple solution. Elephants in the room. But at this point, shouldn't we just cut off her hand before it kills her? It's like, it's that simple, right?
That must be where Solus is located.
Bad timing.
mage. He's always with their leader woman.
Let's kill this guy first. Whoa. This dude's like a freaking ninja. He turned around and parried all of my knife attacks. And I attacked from stealth, which makes it even like crazier. Oh my gosh. So I think I'm supposed to discharge it before the meter fills up. I just keep forgetting about it. Because like throughout this entire game, like I've never used the little rift thingy once. It's just kind of boring to me. This super ability that does hella damage. Oh man. found me. What the hell was that? Okay, he needs to die. You know, if you want to talk mess, why don't you bring your tail down here too? Ooh. Oh my gosh. Damn. Running out of potions here. Alright, that's a lot of people. I can't move. What the hell? Oh, come on.
Come on!
It totally bugged out on me. Oh my gosh, shut up. Alright, you again. Hey, you big pansy. Oh, he bugs too. See, when it's only one enemy, I'll destroy them. It's just when there's a ton of enemies, I don't really specialize against that. Damn, I gotta reload. It sucks. Alright, let's try this again. Let's see if we can just straight up one-shot him. Damn, I was hella far away too. Yeah, I think it's bugging. Like, he should have died. But he didn't. Okay. Alright, looks like we're just killing the dude too fast. Oh, that sucks. How the hell did this get past QA? You gotta kill this guy slower, I guess. There's probably like some middle phase that he needs to do. Alright, so we just won't use any of our tonics and that should be fine. Alright, we killed him slower that time and it worked.
Ebesit kata, etwa ost.
Maraskata!
Your forces have failed. Leave now and tell the Qunari to trouble me no further.
Solus.
That should give us more time. I suspect you have questions.
The Qunari answered some of those questions. The information I found while traveling through the Alluvians answered more. You're Fen'Harel. You're the Dreadwolf.
Well done. I was Solus first. Fen'Harel came later. An insult I took as a badge of pride. The Dread Wolf inspired hope in my friends, and fear in my enemies. Not unlike Inquisitor, I suppose. You also know the burden of a title that all but replaces your name.
I saw the stories as we traveled through the Alluvians. Are they true?
They are closer than the Dalish legends. though still prone to making me into something more than I am.
I'm so sorry, Solus. What you've seen, I can't imagine.
I sought to set my people free from slavery to would-be gods. I broke the chains of all who wished to join me. The false gods called me Fen'Harel, and when they finally went too far, I formed the Veil and banished them forever. Thus I freed the Elven people, and in so doing, destroyed their world.
You love the Fade. Why would you create the Veil to hide it all away?
Because every alternative was worse.
Meaning?
Had I not created the Veil, the Evanurus would have destroyed the entire world.
You banished the false gods. You didn't kill them.
You met Mythal, did you not? The first of my people do not die so easily. The Evanurus are banished forever, paying the ultimate price for their misdeeds.
You said that the Elven gods went too far. What did they do that made you move against them?
They killed Mythal. A crime for which an eternity of torment is the only fitting punishment.
I thought Mythal was one of the Evanurus.
She was the best of them. She cared for her people. She protected them. She was a voice of reason. And in their lust for power, they killed her.
How did creating the Veil destroy the world?
You saw the remains of Via Dethara. The library was intrinsically tied to the Fade, and the Veil destroyed it. There were countless other marvels, all dependent on the presence of the Fade, all destroyed. The elven legends of immortality, all true. It was not the arrival of humans that caused them to begin aging. It was me. The Veil took everything from the elves, even themselves.
The Evanurus were elven mages. How did they come to be remembered as gods?
Slowly. It started with a war. War breeds fear. Fear breeds a desire for simplicity. Good and evil, right and wrong, chains of command. After the war ended, generals became respected elders, then kings, finally gods. The Evanurus.
That's the past. What about the future?
I lay in dark and dreaming sleep while countless wars and ages passed. I woke still weak a year before I joined you. My people fell for what I did to strike the Evanurus down. But still, some hope remains for restoration. I will save the Elven people, even if it means this world must die.
Why does this world have to die for the elves to return?
A good question, but not one I will answer. You have always shown a thoughtfulness I respected. It would be too easy to tell you too much. I am not Corypheus. I take no joy in this, but the return of my people means the end of yours. It is my fight. You should be more concerned about the Inquisition, your Inquisition. In stopping the Dragon's Breath, you have prevented an invasion by Qunari forces. With luck, they will return their focus to Tevinter. That should give you a few years of relative peace.
The Qunari said the Inquisition was unknowingly working for agents of Fen'Harel.
I gave no orders.
You led us to Skyhold.
Corypheus should have died unlocking my orb. When he survived, my plans were thrown into chaos. When you survived, I saw the Inquisition as the best hope this world had of stopping him. And you needed a home. Hence, Skyhold.
You gave your orb to Corypheus?
Not directly. My agents allowed the Venatori to locate it. The orb had built up magical energy while I lay unconscious for millennia. I was not powerful enough to open it. The plan was for Corypheus to unlock it, and for the resulting explosion to kill him. Then I would claim the orb. I did not foresee a Tevinter Magister having learned the secret of effective immortality.
What would have happened if Corypheus had died, and you'd recovered the orb?
I would have entered the Fade using the mark you now bear. Then I would have torn down the veil. As this world burned in the raw chaos, I would have restored the world of my time. The world of the elves.
If you destroyed the veil, wouldn't the false gods be freed?
I had plans.
You'd murder countless people.
Wouldn't you, to save your own? You must understand. I awoke in a world where the veil had blocked most people's conscious connection to the Fade. It was like walking through a world of tranquil.
We aren't even people to you.
Not at first. You showed me that I was wrong. Again. That does not make what must come next any easier.
You never cared about us. We were the means to an end.
You were people, and you deserved better. Like all the rest I've used in one hopeless battle after another.
What's wrong with the Inquisition?
You created a powerful organization. And now it suffers the inevitable fate of such. Betrayal and corruption.
It's not that simple.
Do you know how I discovered the Canary plot? The plot I disrupted by leading them to your doorstep. The Canary spies in the Inquisition tripped over my spies in the Inquisition. The Elven Guard who led you to the Canary body. Who intercepted the servant with the Gatlock barrel. Mine.
Why bother disrupting the Kunari plot if you're going to destroy the world regardless?
You have shown me that there is value in this world, Inquisitor. I take no joy in what I must do. Until that day comes, I would see those recovering from the breach free of the Qun.
Why?
Because I am not a monster. If they must die, I would rather they die in comfort. In any event, it is done.
So you let us do your dirty work.
The mistake was yours to fix, Inquisitor.
You control the Illuvians now.
Yes. You remember Briala from Hallam Shiral? For a time, she controlled part of the labyrinth. One of my agents was supposed to take it from her, but he did not succeed. I had to override the magic personally. The Canary stumbled upon this section independently. With them gone, the Illuvians are now mine.
There's still the matter of the anchor. It's getting worse.
Yes. I'm sorry. And we are almost out of time. The mark will eventually kill you. Drawing you here gave me the chance to save you. At least for now.
You don't need to destroy this world. I'll prove it to you.
I would treasure the chance to be wrong once again, my friend. Take my hand. I'm sorry. Live well, while time remains.
Something must be done, but we cannot lose the Inquisition now. We stand on the brink of war with the Canary.
Yes, because this Solas provoked them in the first place.
The Inquisition did not cause this threat. We informed the Summit of the danger.
The danger posed by Canary spies inside your organization.
Without our organization, I doubt you would be alive to complain.
No one has forgotten what you have done. But Corypheus is 2 years dead.
If the Inquisition is to continue, it must do so as a legitimate organization, not a glorified mercenary band.
Inquisitor.
You all know what this is? A writ from Divine Justinia authorizing the formation of the Inquisition. We pledge to close the breach, find those responsible, and restore order, with or without anyone's approval. It wasn't a formally authorized treaty that saved Ferelden's people. It wasn't careful diplomacy that ended your inane civil war. It was never about the organization. It was about people doing what was necessary. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a world to save. Again. Effective immediately, the Inquisition is disbanded.
In short order, the Inquisition was disbanded. Some were relieved. Others preferred to remember the Inquisition's good works and the many lives it had saved. Those who had served returned to their former lives, knowing that stopped a great evil from destroying the world, and hoping that the peace for which they had fought remained once the Inquisition was gone. With the dragon's breath disrupted and any hope of a swift victory dashed, the Qunari retreated back. Few knew what debates were waged in Parvavalin, but not long ago after the Exalted Council, the Qunari launched new attacks. Their aggression caught the already unstable Imperium off guard. Defender was soon mired in a war many could spread across Thetis. The Exalted Council remained intact, advising Divine Victoria on important matters. Cassandra served. However, she eventually became disgusted by Vivian, who she felt was perverting the Chant of Light's intent. Cassandra also spent time in the Hunterthorn Mountains north of Orlais, where she worked to rebuild the Seekers. For a time, the new Seekers remained reclusive, showing no interest in worldly affairs and working to a purpose few aside their order could guess. As Inquisition forces returned to civilian life, its mages pushed for independence from the Circle. Divine Victoria, secure on her sunburst throne and with a rebuilt Chantry Circle at her disposal, chose to be. She grudgingly allowed them to remain as a college of enchanters, as a mark of her regard for the Inquisition. For the next few years, the college and the Circle coexisted peacefully, if barely. Leliana continued to act as the Inquisition spy master in its final months as an independent organization. During this time, she shared many of her responsibilities with her most trusted agents, including Charter, Rector, and Harding. Many believed that Leliana feared what lay on the horizon and was grooming successors in anticipation of the challenges ahead. Sarah saw the world with the Inquisition and would continue to explore it after, always with her buckles with the remaining arm's reach. The Inquisition and Red Jenny finding a balance or counterbalance, or however they decided to make it work. Rivals could only expect the unexpected, and arrows, so many arrows. Varric took up the role of Viscount with the help of his friend Hawke, rebuilt Kirkwall's damaged infrastructure. Under his rule, the city-state finally resumed its place as the major trade hub of the Free Marches. He continued to garner all mail from both the Merchants Guild and the Prince of Starkhaven. With Inquisition disbanded, the Bull's charges returned to taking jobs throughout Orlais and Ferelden. Fighting demons and clearing out the remains of Venatori forces, the Iron Bull did his part to restore order to Thetis. After the Inquisition disbanded, Colin retired from active service. He returned to Ferelden, establishing a sanctuary for former Templars, or on land Divine Victoria granted to him. With his help, many Templars shed their lyrium addiction, whose minds were too far gone. As he promised that, should his friends from the Old Inquisition ever need him, his blade would be ready. Dorian returned to Deventer to take his father's place in the Magisterium. As rumor flew about the Imperium's fighting, Dorian was spoken of often as a voice of resistance against corruption. Along with Magister Maverys Talani, he formed a group called the Lucerne to restore and redeem Deventer. After the Exalted Council, Tom Rainier bid farewell to his friends and went to Weishaupt's fortress. While he was rarely seen in the years that followed, some said they encountered Rainier in far-flung lands. Rainier carried out the duty of the wardens, but always found time to help others along the way. Sometimes he served as a shield for the defenseless. All other times he spread simple cheer among children with gifts of small carved toys. With the Inquisition disbanded, Josephine made her farewells and returned to Antiva. In a few years, Josephine's parents stepped down and Josephine became the official head of House Montpellier. She devoted her time to managing the estate's finances and navigating the social world of Antiva. Cole took to the road with Meriden to find a new life and a new way to be human. Whenever Meriden went to sing, people found out Plains eased and hearts made happier, even if they didn't understand why. After the events at Winter Palace, elves left the Inquisition under mysterious circumstances, as did. None could say where they went, but those who believed the Inquisitor story about Fenrirel wondered just how large and what the ancient elven rebel had planned. Rebel. Gosh, why did they make those freaking slides so fast?
My agents have found nothing. With the Illuvians, he could be anywhere.
With the Inquisition officially disbanded, we have no army, no formal alliances.
We have what we truly need.
We will need to be careful.
Solus knows everything about us. Who we are, how we work, our strengths and weaknesses.
Then we find people he doesn't know. We will save our friend from himself. If we can.
Wow, so much to digest there. Oh my gosh, I'm about to like rewatch that a couple times and wrap my head around everything. But I think the one thing we can initially agree on is that Solas is freaking crazy, like crazy. And what annoys me too is that I can never say the name, the Eveneris, whatever. Let's just call them the false elven gods. But what finally triggered Solas to go in motion is the fact that they killed Mythal. It wasn't the hundreds or thousands of years of slavery and torture and them abusing their power and starting wars. It was simply them killing Mythal. And boom, Solas was, all right, you know, bag, I'm getting rid of all y'all fools. Because that dude has a temper. And we saw it in his personal quest when his spirit friend got forcefully turned into a demon. Like Solas was about to go kill those mages responsible until the Inquisitor stopped them. So I guess you could take it, maybe, just maybe, if Solas had a friend way back thousands of years ago to be like, Solas, you need to chill, man, you're tripping. That's all that. He would have stopped completely and boom, there'd be no Dragon Ages. I could empathize a little bit. I mean, we'll try to empathize. So he wakes up after thousands of years of slumber, and it's like waking up in a world where everyone is tranquil. And tranquil in Dragon Age terms means you're forcefully cut off from the Fade. And how you use magic is that you're drawing from the Fade to cast magic. So if you get cut off from the Fade, you can't do magic. But then it also strips you of all emotion. So yeah, you're basically Data from Star Trek. It's hard for us to really empathize with that. So let's say maybe we set off a crazy EMP blast utilizing the Google satellites, and that stopped the world from using any electronics whatsoever. Well, I guess technically you could use solar based electricity, but nothing else. That's it. Only solar powered devices. Anything else is gone. So no cell phones, no computers, no air condition, no fans, like nothing. So imagine waking up 1,000 years and seeing a world that lived for 1,000 years without being able to use any electricity outside of solar powered. Like, the world will be quite a bit different place. And wow, it's like Solas is just as bad as those other false elven gods, maybe even worse. Because out of everything that Solas has done, in his mind, he's completely justified. That's dangerous. Like, in Solas's mind, he is always right or always justified. Absolutely. And with his power and the things that he can do, like, damn, he's got to go. Anywho, I've been talking for a while, so thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the ride. And, you know, on to the next, whatever that next game it is. It's Baldur's Gate 3. That's what we're doing, 100%.